The voice of the drum calls. It sings a song of those who came before us and those to come. A song of survival and strength. A song of participation and voice. A song that calls us together. When we come together and participate in the 2010 census, we use this tool as the voice of all our Native people. Our voice. It is in our hands. 2010 census.
Hello, I'm Kimberly Acosta. Welcome to the Native News Update. It's Monday, February 22nd. Many of the stories you hear here can be found at our website, IndianCountryTV.com. And here's the news for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. The Alabama State Senate has passed a pair of bills that would improve protections for American Indian burial grounds, a move that has come amid growing public outcry over destruction of sacred sites in that state and elsewhere in the Southwest. State Senator Wendell Mitchell sponsored the legislation in a wake of controversy that erupted in the past year over the destruction of Indian mounds in Oxford, Alabama. One mound in the city was partially destroyed while being used as a fill dirt for a new Sam's Club warehouse store, while the other disappeared completely during the construction of a municipal sports complex. One of the bills would close a loophole in the state law that treats differently burial sites for indigenous people versus latter settlers and their descendants. Another bill that passed the Senate last week would require people removing grave sites to get permission from a local governing body. In recent years, the Southeast has seen the destruction of a number of sacred Indian sites in places including Nashville, Tennessee, and Canton, Georgia. And earlier this month, controversy erupted over Duke Energy's plans to build an electrical substation near the sacred Cherokee site of Katua. Good Morning America's Robin Roberts spoke with good friend of Tiger Woods, Nota Begay III, a Navajo, the only full-blooded American Indian golfer on the PGA Tour. The three-time All-American, friend, and teammate of Tiger Woods talked about his thoughts concerning Tiger's future in golf and where he goes from here. Nota Begay III was in the front row during the press conference and explained that he got choked up as Tiger Woods openly apologized for his past indiscretions. He said that the press conference was tough to watch, especially since the two have been friends for the last 12 to 13 years. This was his first step towards reconciliation, and I was so proud of him, Begay told Roberts. When asked why Woods expressed little emotion during the conference, Begay explained that the fact of the matter is that Tiger doesn't get emotional at these press conferences. Nota Begay III told Roberts that he has not spoken to Tiger Woods since last Friday, when the two embraced and shared private words immediately following the press conference. When asked if other golfers would welcome Tiger Woods back upon his return, Begay said that the majority would. A tribally owned telephone system is up and running on the Crow Creek Reservation. Native American Telecom, Crow Creek, will provide telephone and advanced broadband service. The Crow Creek Sioux tribe launched the venture in September, and tribal officials say it will pave the way for business, economic, and educational development on the reservation. Johnny Cash's new album, American 6, Ain't No Grave, is the third collection of posthumous records to be released under the deceased singer-songwriter's name since his death in September of 2003. Set to be released on his 78th birthday, which is February 26th, Ain't No Grave is the fifth in Cash's American series, a collection of spare, ruminative records produced by Rick Rubin. While American 4 featured the now classic cover of Nine Inch Nails' Hurt, Ain't No Grave boasts tunes from Sheryl Crow and Chris Christopherson. That's not all, however. In addition to Grave, Cash fans have begun to clamor for more, specifically what many fans consider to be the lost Johnny Cash album, 1964's Bitter Tears. Released on vinyl nearly 40 years ago, Tears is a concept record that deals with America's treatment of Native Americans. Reuters now reports that Cash superfan and Bitter Tears biographer Anthony D'Ambrosio, author of Heartbeat, and a guitar, Johnny Cash, in the making of Bitter Tears, is joining forces with Cash's son, John Carter Cash, to lobby Sony Records into re-releasing the lost album. While the disc is available on CD and iTunes, the two men feel that the record is criminally neglected and overlooked due to Columbia's reservations over Tears' content. Goodman Theater's world premiere production of The Long Red Road, Brett Leonard's play about a man haunted by his past, opened this week in Chicago, Illinois, and will play to March 21st. Tom Hardy, who is known for his roles in Black Hawk Down, Band of Brothers, and Star Trek Nemesis, plays the complex central role of Sam, whose hard drinking does little to quell the devastating memories of a past that haunts him. The Long Red Road is a raw and provocative new play about how one person's anguish can tear a family apart. Sam attempts to drink away his past and exorcise his demons on an Indian reservation in South Dakota, where he has been trying to forget his role in a tragic accident with his family. When a visitor from his past arrives on the reservation, Sam is forced to face his guilt and take a harrowing look at the man he has become. For tickets and information on the play, you can visit goodmantheater.org. Filmmaker Neil Diamond challenges a century's worth of stereotypes of Aboriginals in cinema in his new movie, Real Injun, which is now in theaters. Did Bugs Bunny just take a rifle at a bunch of natives? Say it isn't so, Bugs. That is just one example in Diamond's documentary, Real Injun, which explores the history of Hollywood's depiction of Aboriginal peoples, and there's a lot more startling stock footage along these lines. Diamond, who is Cree, said growing up on the reservation, the only show in town was movie night at the church basement, and goes on to explain that being raised on cowboys and Indians, we cheered on the cowboys, never realizing we were the Indians. Real Injun marks Diamond's 7th documentary and his first feature to be released theatrically. First and foremost, Diamond is out to entertain in this documentary. He keeps things light, focusing on the absurdity of watching actors like Burt Lancaster, Charles Bronson, and Anthony Quinn playing stoic Native American heroes. And that's the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me, and have a grand day.